I'm sure if you were just listening a moment ago,
You are listening to Underground Radio, broadcasting the frequency of the future. Welcome to our premiere, starting today, 11/11, at 11:11 a.m. We have an exciting day planned with lots of wonderful guests. Throughout the day, we have Carol McKella as our first guest, and then Leela Galindo, followed by Susan Macquarie. And then we will have a broadcast of the ISP News. And later in the afternoon, evening, we will have Misha Johnston and the Starseed Awakening. And then in the later hours, we have Exandra with the LFO Experience. And to end our day, we have the Night Watchman Knows and Dream Om. So join us throughout the day. Tune in to the frequency of the future. Underground Radio was created some years ago, many years ago, by a wonderful being by the name of Jayanta. I met this wonderful being in the early 90s, and he shared this vision with me of this underground radio. And I said, sign me up for this. And that has brought us to this moment here on the premiere day. Alas, Jayanta is not here physically to realize this day with us, as he has crossed to the other side. So he is here with us in spirit as the Night Watchman. And we'll be hearing from him later today. So we'll hear music by the Night Watchman, radio clips from previous programming from years past. But Underground Radio is broadcasting the frequency of the future. Let us raise the vibration of this planet to vibrate peace and love and happiness for all of us as a collective consciousness. You can show your support by becoming a member at 4unradio.net. It's free to join. It's just a way for us to share and communicate as a collective and share each other's light. So that's 4unradio.net to become a member of Underground Radio. Be radioactive and broadcast the frequency of the future with us here at Underground Radio Broadcasting Network, UBN. So tell your friends. You can find us at www.unradio.info. We also are on Facebook at www.facebook.com/4unradio. And you can follow us on Twitter at unradio. So those are all ways that you can find us and communicate with us in the future. I'm going to share with you a little bit more about the Night Watchman and some of our past information that might be of interest. So, underground radio, broadcasting the frequency of the future, not your usual suspects. We have the radioactive symbol as our insignia for our network. You'll see a radioactive with UBN in the middle. So we encourage you to just radiate with that intense energy of love, happiness, joy, peace. You may have heard about the ascension. The 1111 was the gateway, the opening for the energies of the ascension. So that is why 1111 was chosen as the premiere date. And 11:11 a.m. is the start time, and 11:11 p.m. is the ending time. So again, throughout the day, we will be having programming and special guests. We will have some breaks as well. So check our schedule online to see which guest will be on at what time. We appreciate you listening. Underground radio, broadcasting the frequency of the future. They say there shouldn't be any silence on radio or video. I disagree. I think silence gives us a moment to pause and be in that moment. And in that waiting and that anticipation. Are they there? Are they coming back? Yes, we are here. We are here to support you in transforming and awakening. You create your own reality. And the programming here on Underground Radio has guests to support you in that journey through information, videos, healers, light workers, environmental products, Underground radio, broadcasting the frequency of the future. I'm Dream Girl. I mentioned the Night Watchman earlier. So together we are the Dream Girl and the Night Watchman.
Dream team.
The Dream Team. And we dream for you to help you manifest your reality. The power of the collective, the power of three or more. There has been many studies of how much does it take to affect a collective. Square root of something, a percentage of something else. There's lots of different theories about how many people we need to achieve peace or to achieve a change through the 100th monkey theory or the critical mass theory. That once a certain mass of people are doing the same thing or thinking the same thing, a change occurs. So we invite you to embrace that concept, that together as a collective we are stronger. There's no need for competition. There's plenty of abundance here for all of us. So think about that. Think about broadcasting. What frequency do you want to broadcast at? The brightest, the healthiest, the most abundant. Thank you for listening to Underground Radio. I'm going to introduce you to a very special guest, Carol McKellar, also known as the Desert Mermaid. So I met Carol about 6 months ago now. She holds meetups here in Las Vegas in her home to assist people find their journey. She does human life design charts, oracle readings, and she supports all of us so strongly and provides a place for us to gather once a week and guides us through these amazing meditations, helping us ground and release and create a new reality for ourselves. We all came to this planet with a purpose and a mission that we created for ourselves. We chose this. And she will interpret your human design chart as you designed it for yourself, uniquely for yourself. And it's a very powerful experience, really. I had it done, and it really, really just clarified my journey. If I had doubts about, am I on the right path? I found through my own design that no, I designed this perfectly for this moment in time. So, welcome, Carol.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be your first guest today on UBN Network, and it's just a real pleasure to be a part of this process of you moving forward with your dream, the dream that was created by you and your husband, who unfortunately for all of us, we didn't get to meet him, but we know that he's working with you on the other side. And of course, that's something that the two of you designed before you came here. And I always kind of laugh with Michelle and say, I don't think you realized how hard your part was going to be when you signed on the dotted line, that was how you guys were going to do it. Although I'm sure he is, worried about you and sending you lots of love and vibrations, is probably in this room right now with us. So, but yes, I met Michelle just right after, her husband decided, that it was time for him to leave the planet so that he could help her from the other side. And so I was amazed at how her strength and fortitude and the way she held herself together. It had been just, a month or two before. And so I'm still amazed at how well she's doing, but I feel that it's like somebody's mother has just pushed you out into kindergarten, and you're like, what, where am I? But here I go, so I'm just continuing on with you're probably thinking that you are just moving with the flow that you're supposed to be doing, and that's what you're doing. So, but yes, I am very blessed to have this group. As Michelle was saying, all of us have been working on the planet, doing exactly what we're supposed to do to get to this point in time. This is an amazing time, and for some reason, I always knew that this specific time in my life, I was able to go in 7-year increments, and I don't know if the years, the 7, is for everybody, but for me, every 7th year there's a complete change. And I calculated it out years ago, and I knew that for some reason this 7 years, and I never thought past this, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe I'm not going to be here or something, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but 7 years, this 7 years is going to be really amazing, and it's the journey. It's going to make me realize why I went through all the things that I went through. I'm kind of realizing that now, so that I could be taking this last 7 years. That's how important these 7 years are to the planet. And the fact that I had a dance company for 20 years, all of that production work, creating productions and what have you, is going to be helping me in the future as I expand and create this, I'm calling it like a light worker revolution or whatever. And basically it's just a bringing together of all these amazing light workers so that they have a place to network from and to encourage them to go out and do the missions that they came here to do. And also a place where we can all power up. I feel this frequency at the house right now where I am. We've actually opened up a vortex of energy there, and I am not kidding. My cat has been in this area where I call the central point of the vortex of the house. It's on the landing of the stairs. I have videos of it I'm going to be posting on YouTube. But it goes around in circles meowing, and it's still doing that. It's been like 8 or 9 weeks. There's definitely something amazing in that house that draws everybody, and we've all created it. And I feel that it's a positive, very positive thing. But it's a frequency that we can all, gather around and feed off of, and then go back out into the matrix, as I call it, and do our thing. And the matrix is a very controlled system. So when we come into this house, we are not in that controlled system for a short period of time, and we can empower ourselves. So my meditations are all about self-empowerment, reminding everybody that off planet we are amazing beings of light, that some people who have actually died and come back have actually seen what we look like. We're these gigantic, amazing, gorgeous beings of geometric designs and what have you, of light, huge, immense, and we somehow bring ourselves down into this small biologic computer, I call it, a body that we are housed in when we're on this planet, this frequency. And the whole thing that everyone really needs to think about is this body that you have. You've really got to take good care of it. You've got to eat good, because that raises your frequency if you're eating certain specific foods and what have you. You've got to take care of your brain. You've got to enhance yourself. You've got to release these negative feelings and emotions that every single day there's stuff coming in. So you have to go through a process of cleaning, which we do at the meetups. We do a cleansing and cleaning out everything from that's negative and fearful and what have you from the last week or the last month. But you almost need to do that for yourself daily, and then to replenish yourself in any way that you see fit that works for you. Now for me, I've been a Buddhist for years, and I use the chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, very powerful chant. For Michelle, she has her chants because she's has her beliefs based on the Hindu religion and what have you, and everyone has those ways of replenishing themselves and bringing power back to themselves. Because again, this is a control system. Your television, your computers, your Wi-Fi's, your whatever, all of this stuff is zapping you all day long. There's undercurrents of vibrations that are sort of coursing through the atmosphere down here for various reasons that bring you down into a lower frequency. So you've got to constantly build yourself up. And so that's why I have these groups. On Tuesday, it's Accessing Consciousness, Meditate to Create and Manifest. There's 2 groups there, and there's actually 1,000 members total. And we have 35 to 40 people each week coming in and out at different times whenever they need to be here or to be there at the